Hello and welcome. My name is Noor, and today we are going to practice English together. You don't need to worry about how much English you already know. You only need to listen, follow the sentences, and practice speaking with me as you see the captions on the screen. Let's begin by imagining a simple day in the life of a person named Noor. Noor wakes up early in the morning. She opens her eyes and sees the sunlight coming through her window. She smiles and says to herself, "Good morning. I feel happy today." She gets out of bed, walks to the bathroom, and looks in the mirror. She says, "Hello, Noor. How are you today?" She brushes her teeth and washes her face. These simple actions can help you practice the most basic sentences. You can repeat after me. I wake up. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I smile. I feel happy. Now let's imagine Noor goes to the kitchen. Her mother says, "Good morning, Noor. How did you sleep?" Noor replies, "I slept well, thank you. How about you?" Her mother smiles and says, "I am fine too. Let's have breakfast together." Noor sits at the table and eats bread and eggs. She drinks a glass of milk. You can practice with these sentences. I eat breakfast. I drink milk. The food is tasty. I feel good. This is how we start practicing at level 1. These small sentences help build confidence. Now imagine Noor goes outside. She meets her friend, Omar. Omar says, "Hello, Noor. How are you?" Noor says, "I am fine, Omar. Nice to see you." Omar says, "Let's go to the park." Noor agrees and says, "Yes, let's go." You can practice with these simple dialogues. Hello, how are you? I am fine. Nice to see you. Let's go to the park. These are the basic greetings and everyday sentences that you need in simple conversations. Now, we move a little higher. Noor and Omar are walking in the park. Omar asks Noor, "What do you like to do in the park?" Noor says, "I like to walk and talk with friends." Omar says, "I like to play football." Noor says, "That sounds fun. Maybe we can play together." You can practice these sentences. I like to walk. I like to talk with friends. I like to play football. That sounds fun. Maybe we can play together. These sentences are slightly longer, but still easy to practice. Let's continue the story. After walking in the park, Noor says goodbye to Omar and goes home. At home, her father asks her, "Where did you go, Noor?" She says, "I went to the park with Omar. We walked and talked." Her father says, "That's nice. Did you enjoy?" Noor says, "Yes, I enjoyed a lot." You can practice these answers. I went to the park. I walked and talked. I enjoyed a lot. These sentences help you talk about past events in a simple way. Now, let's go to the next practice. Noor wants to learn English too. She sits at her desk and opens her English book. She reads a story about a boy named Ali. Ali is a student. He goes to school every day. He likes to study English and math. His teacher is kind and helps him when he has questions. You can practice these sentences. I am a student. I go to school every day. I like to study English. My teacher is kind. My teacher helps me. Now let's make the sentences a little longer. Ali says, I like to study English because it helps me talk to new people. I like math because I enjoy solving problems. You can practice these. I like to study English because it helps me talk to new people. I like math because I enjoy solving problems. Let's now imagine that Ali meets his friend Reem. Reem says, Hi Ali, did you finish your homework? Ali says, Yes, I finished it yesterday. Reem says, That's great. Let's study together for the test tomorrow. Ali says, Yes, let's do it. You can practice these sentences. Did you finish your homework? Yes, I finished it yesterday. Let's study together. Let's do it. These sentences help you speak about what you did and what you will do. Now let's continue. Ali and Reem sit together and study. Ali says, This chapter is interesting. Reem says, Yes, I think so too. Ali says, Can you help me with this question? Reem says, Sure, I can help. You can practice these sentences. This chapter is interesting. I think so too. Can you help me with this question? Sure, I can help. Now, let's return to Noor. Noor finishes reading Ali's story and decides to write about her own day. She writes, Today I woke up early. I brushed my teeth and ate breakfast with my family. I went to the park and met my friend Omar. We walked and talked. After that, I went home and studied English. You can practice these sentences. Today, I woke up early. I brushed my teeth. I ate breakfast with my family. I went to the park. I met my friend. We walked and talked. I went home and studied English. This is how you can describe your day in simple sentences. Now, let's make the practice more interesting. Let's imagine Noor goes shopping with her mother. Her mother says, Noor, we need to buy vegetables and fruits. Noor says, Okay, Mom, let's go to the market. At the market, Noor says, I see apples, bananas, and oranges. Her mother says, Let's buy some apples and bananas. Noor says, How much do they cost? The shopkeeper says, Apples are $3 per kilo, and bananas are $2 per kilo. Her mother says, We will take 2 kilos of apples and 1 kilo of bananas. Noor says, Thank you. You can practice these sentences. We need to buy vegetables and fruits. Let's go to the market. I see apples and bananas. How much do they cost? We will take 2 kilos of apples. Thank you. Let's add a little more to the story. After shopping, Noor and her mother go to a cafe. Noor says, I would like a cup of tea. Her mother says, I want a cup of coffee. The waiter comes and asks, What would you like to order? Noor says, 1 tea and 1 coffee, please. The waiter says, Sure. Anything else? Noor says, Yes. 1 slice of cake, please. The waiter says, Okay, I will bring it soon. You can practice these sentences. I would like a cup of tea. I want a cup of coffee. What would you like to order? 1 tea and 1 coffee, please. Anything else? Yes. 1 slice of cake, please. These sentences help you speak clearly in a cafe or restaurant. Let's continue. After drinking tea and coffee, Noor and her mother go home. Noor says, "Mom, today was a nice day." Her mother says, "Yes, Noor, I enjoyed shopping and spending time with you." Noor says, "Me too. Thank you, Mom." You can practice these sentences. Today was a nice day. I enjoyed shopping. I enjoyed spending time with you. Me too. Thank you. These are friendly and warm sentences that you can use in daily life. Let's now think about Noor writing a letter to her friend. She sits at her desk, takes a pen and paper, and begins to write. "Dear Omar, how are you? I hope you are doing well. I wanted to tell you about my day. Today I went shopping with my mother. We bought apples and bananas. After shopping, we went to a cafe and drank tea and coffee. It was a nice day. I hope to see you soon. Your friend, Noor." You can practice these sentences. Dear Omar, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I wanted to tell you about my day. We bought apples and bananas. It was a nice day. I hope to see you soon. Your friend, Noor. These sentences help you practice writing and speaking politely to friends. Now let's make the story a little more advanced. Imagine Noor has to give directions to a stranger. A person comes and says, "Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the library?" Noor says, "Yes, go straight and turn left at the second street. The library is next to the bank." The person says, "Thank you very much." Noor says, "You're welcome." You can practice these sentences. Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the library? Go straight and turn left at the second street. The library is next to the bank. Thank you very much. You're welcome. These sentences help you communicate when someone asks for help. Let's continue. One day, Noor decides to visit her grandmother. She takes a bus and travels to her grandmother's house. When she arrives, her grandmother says, "Hello, Noor, welcome. I am so happy to see you." Noor says, "Hello, Grandma. I am happy to see you too." Her grandmother says, "How was your journey?" Noor says, "It was good. The bus was fast and comfortable." Her grandmother says, "Come inside and have some tea." You can practice these sentences. Hello, welcome. I'm happy to see you. How was your journey? It was good. The bus was fast and comfortable. Come inside and have some tea. Now Noor and her grandmother sit together and talk. Her grandmother says, "Noor, tell me about your school." Noor says, "School is going well. I'm studying English and math. My teachers are nice, and I have many friends." Her grandmother says, "That is wonderful. What is your favorite subject?" Noor says, "I like English because I enjoy learning new words." Her grandmother says, "Very good. Keep studying hard." You can practice these sentences. School is going well. I am studying English and math. My teachers are nice. I have many friends. I like English because I enjoy learning new words. Keep studying hard. These sentences help you speak about your studies. Later, Noor and her grandmother decide to cook dinner together. Her grandmother says, "Noor, let's cook some rice and vegetables." Noor says, "Sure, Grandma. I will help you." Her grandmother says, "Please wash the vegetables and cut them into small pieces." Noor says, "Okay, I'm doing it." Her grandmother says, "Now put the vegetables in the pan." and stir them. Noor says, "The food smells good." Her grandmother says, "Yes, it will be ready soon." You can practice these sentences. Let's cook some rice and vegetables. I will help you. Please wash the vegetables. Cut them into small pieces. Put the vegetables in the pan. Stir them. The food smells good. It will be ready soon. These sentences help you talk about cooking and helping in the kitchen. After dinner, Noor says, "Grandma, the food was delicious. Thank you for cooking with me." Her grandmother says, "You're welcome, Noor. I enjoyed cooking with you." Noor says, "I will visit you again soon." Her grandmother says, "I look forward to it." You can practice these sentences. The food was delicious. Thank you for cooking with me. You're welcome. I enjoyed cooking with you. I will visit you again soon. I look forward to it. These polite and friendly sentences are very useful in real life. Let's make the conversation more advanced. One day, Noor goes to a doctor because she is feeling unwell. The doctor says, "Good morning, Noor. What is the problem?" Noor says, "Good morning, doctor. I have a headache and a sore throat." The doctor says, "How long have you been feeling like this?" Noor says, "For 2 days." The doctor says, "Do not worry. I will give you some medicine. Please take it twice a day and drink plenty of water." Noor says, "Thank you, doctor." The doctor says, "You're welcome. Get well soon." You can practice these sentences. Good morning. What is the problem? I have a headache and a sore throat. How long have you been feeling like this? For 2 days. I will give you some medicine. Take it twice a day. Drink plenty of water. Thank you, doctor. Get well soon. These sentences help you speak in a doctor's office. Now, let's imagine Noor gets better and returns to school. Her teacher says, "Noor, welcome back to school. How are you feeling now?" Noor says, "Thank you, teacher. I am feeling better." Her teacher says, "That is good to hear. We missed you in class." Noor says, "I miss the class too. I am happy to be back." You can practice these sentences. Welcome back to school. How are you feeling now? I am feeling better. That is good to hear. We missed you. I missed the class too. I'm happy to be back. Next, Noor decides to join a library. She goes to the librarian and says, "Hello, I would like to join the library." The librarian says, "Sure. Please fill out this form and show me your ID card." Noor fills the form and gives her ID card. The librarian says, "Thank you. Here is your library card. You can borrow books for 2 weeks." Noor says, "Thank you very much." You can practice these sentences. I would like to join the library. Please fill out this form. Show me your ID card. Here is your library card. You can borrow books for 2 weeks. Thank you very much. These sentences help you speak in official places like libraries or offices. Later, Noor meets her friend Omar again. Omar says, "Noor, where have you been? I did not see you for a few days." Noor says, "I was sick, but now I am fine." Omar says, "I'm glad you are feeling better. What are you doing today?" Noor says, "I joined the library and borrowed some books." Omar says, "That's great. Maybe we can study together." Noor says, "Yes, You can practice these sentences. Where have you been? I did not see you. I was sick, but now I am fine. I am glad you're feeling better. What are you doing today? I joined the library. I borrowed some books. Maybe we can study together. Yes, let's do that. One weekend, Noor and Omar decide to go to the park. It is a sunny day and the weather is nice. Noor says, Omar, let's go to the park and relax. Omar says, that is a great idea. They meet at the entrance of the park. Omar says, Good morning, Noor. You look happy today. Noor says, Good morning, Omar. I'm happy because the weather is perfect. They walk together. Omar says, Look at the trees and flowers. They are so beautiful. Noor says, Yes, and listen to the birds singing. They find a bench and sit down. Noor says, It is peaceful here. Omar says, Yes, I enjoy spending time in nature. You can practice these sentences. Let's go to the park and relax. That is a great idea. Good morning. You look happy today. The weather is perfect. Look at the trees and flowers. Listen to the birds singing. It is peaceful here. I enjoy spending time in nature. After some time, they see an ice cream cart. Noor says, Omar, would you like some ice cream? Omar says, Yes, I would love some. Noor says, Let's go and buy it. They go to the cart. Noor says, Hello, can I have 1 chocolate ice cream and 1 vanilla ice cream, please? The vendor says, Sure, here you go. Noor says, Thank you. Omar says, This ice cream is delicious. Noor says, Yes, it is very tasty. You can practice these sentences. Would you like some ice cream? I would love some. Let's go and buy it. Can I have 1 chocolate ice cream and 1 vanilla ice cream, please? Here you go. Thank you. This ice cream is delicious. It is very tasty. These sentences help you in casual situations like buying food. Later in the evening, Noor and Omar decide to watch a movie together. Omar says, Noor, do you want to watch a movie tonight? Noor says, Yes, that sounds fun. Omar says, Which movie would you like to watch? Noor says, Let's watch a comedy. I like funny movies. Omar says, Okay, I will book the tickets. In the evening, they meet at the cinema. Omar says, Here are our tickets. Noor says, Thank you. They enter the cinema and sit down. Omar says, I hope this movie is good. Noor says, Me too. After the movie, Noor says, That was a very funny movie. Omar says, Yes, I laughed a lot. You can practice these sentences. Do you want to watch a movie tonight? That sounds fun. Which movie would you like to watch? Let's watch a comedy. I like funny movies. I will book the tickets. Here are our tickets. I hope this movie is good. That was a very funny movie. I laughed a lot. Now, let's imagine Noor has a job interview. She goes to an office and meets the interviewer. The interviewer says, Good morning, Noor. Please have a seat. Noor says, Good morning. Thank you. The interviewer says, Tell me about yourself. Noor says, My name is Noor. I have completed my studies and I'm interested in this job. The interviewer says, Why do you want to work here? Noor says, I like this company because it has a good reputation and I want to learn and grow. The interviewer says, what are your strengths? Noor says, I am hardworking, punctual, and I work well in a team. The interviewer says, that's great. Do you have any questions for me? Noor says, yes. Can you tell me about the work environment? The interviewer says, we have a friendly and supportive work environment. Noor says, thank you for the information. The interviewer says, thank you, Noor. We will contact you soon. Noor says, thank you. Have a nice day. You can practice these sentences. Please have a seat. Tell me about yourself. Why do you want to work here? I like this company. I want to learn and grow. What are your strengths? I am hardworking, punctual, and I work well in a team. Do you have any questions for me? Can you tell me about the work environment? Thank you for the information. We will contact you soon. Have a nice day. After a few days, Noor gets a phone call. It is from the company. The manager says, hello, Noor. This is Mr. Ahmed from ABC Company. I'm happy to inform you that you got the job. Noor says, thank you very much. I am very happy. The manager says, you will start next Monday at 9 a.m. Noor says, I will be there. Thank you again. The manager says, you're welcome. Have a nice day. Noor says, you too. You can practice these sentences. I am happy to inform you that you got the job. Thank you very much. I am very happy. You will start next Monday at 9 a.m. I will be there. Thank you again. You're welcome. Have a nice day. Now, let's move to a travel story. Noor decides to go on a vacation to the beach. She books a hotel and travels there. At the hotel reception, she says, hello, I have a reservation. The receptionist says, welcome. Can I have your name, please? Noor says, my name is Noor Khan. The receptionist says, thank you. Here is your room key. Your room is on the 3rd floor. Breakfast is served from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Noor says, thank you very much. The receptionist says, enjoy your stay. Noor goes to her room and says, this room is nice and comfortable. The view is beautiful. You can practice these sentences. I have a reservation. Can I have your name, please? Here is your room key. Your room is on the 3rd floor. Breakfast is served from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Thank you very much. Enjoy your stay. This room is nice and comfortable. The view is beautiful. On the beach, Noor meets new people. A person says, hello, is this your first time here? Noor says, yes, it is my first visit. The person says, welcome. This is a beautiful place. Noor says, yes, I like the sea and the sand. The person says, would you like to join us for a volleyball game? Noor says, sure, that sounds fun. They play together and have a good time. After the game, Noor says, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for inviting me. The person says, you're welcome. Let's play again tomorrow. Noor says, yes, I would love to. You can practice these sentences. Is this your first time here? It is my first visit. This is a beautiful place. I like the sea and the sand. Would you like to join us for a volleyball game? That sounds fun. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for inviting me. You're welcome. Let's play again tomorrow. I would love to. When the vacation ends, Noor returns home and tells Omar about her trip. Omar says, "Welcome back, Noor. How was your trip?" Noor says, "It was wonderful. I stayed at a nice hotel and visited the beach." Omar says, "That sounds amazing. What did you like the most?" Noor says, "I liked playing volleyball and relaxing by the sea." Omar says, "I am glad you had a good time." Noor says, "Thank you. Maybe next time you can come with me." Omar says, "Yes, that would be great." You can practice these sentences. Welcome back. How was your trip? It was wonderful. I stayed at a nice hotel. I visited the beach. That sounds amazing. What did you like the most? I liked playing volleyball. I'm glad you had a good time. Maybe next time you can come with me. That would be great. A few weeks later, Noor decides to improve her English speaking skills even more. She joins an English conversation club in her city. On the first day, she meets the group leader. The leader says, "Hello, welcome to the English Conversation Club." Noor says, "Thank you. I am happy to be here." The leader says, "Let's start by introducing ourselves." Noor says, "My name is Noor, and I want to practice English to become fluent." Another person says, "My name is Bilal. I am here to improve my speaking for travel." Another person says, "My name is Reem. I want to speak better for my job." The leader says, "That's great. We will talk about different topics every week." Noor says, "I look forward to it." You can practice these sentences. Welcome to the English Conversation Club. I am happy to be here. Let's start by introducing ourselves. My name is Noor. I want to practice English to become fluent. My name is Bilal. I'm here to improve my speaking for travel. My name is Reem. I want to speak better for my job. That's great. We will talk about different topics every week. I look forward to it. In the first meeting, they talk about hobbies. The leader says, "What are your hobbies?" Noor says, "I enjoy reading books and going for walks." Bilal says, "I like playing the guitar and traveling." Reem says, "I enjoy cooking and watching movies." The leader says, "Very good. Let's ask each other questions." Noor says, "Bilal, how often do you play the guitar?" Bilal says, "I play the guitar every weekend." Noor says, "Reem, what kind of movies do you like?" Reem says, "I like action movies and comedies." The leader says, "Good job, everyone." You can practice these sentences. What are your hobbies? I enjoy reading books. I like playing the guitar. I enjoy cooking. How often do you play the guitar? I play the guitar every weekend. What kind of movies do you like? I like action movies and comedies. Good job, everyone. In the next meeting, they talk about food. The leader says, "What is your favorite food?" Noor says, "I love pasta and salad." Bilal says, "I like pizza and burgers." Reem says, I enjoy sushi and noodles. The leader says, do you like cooking? Noor says, yes, I like cooking at home. Bilal says, sometimes I cook, but I also like eating out. Reem says, I cook every day for my family. The leader says, what is a popular dish in your country? Noor says, in my country, we eat a lot of rice and vegetables. Bilal says, in my country, we enjoy meat dishes and bread. Reem says, we eat many spicy foods. You can practice these sentences. What is your favorite food? I love pasta and salad. I like pizza and burgers. I enjoy sushi and noodles. Do you like cooking? I like cooking at home. Sometimes I cook. I also like eating out. I cook every day for my family. What is a popular dish in your country? We eat a lot of rice and vegetables. We enjoy meat dishes and bread. We eat many spicy foods. As time goes by, Noor becomes more confident in speaking English. She meets new friends in the club. One day, the leader says, next week, we will have a small party to celebrate our progress. Noor says, that sounds great. Bilal says, can we bring food to share? The leader says, yes, please bring some snacks or drinks. Reem says, I will bring some cookies. Noor says, I can bring sandwiches. Bilal says, I will bring juice. The leader says, thank you. I look forward to seeing you all next week. You can practice these sentences. Next week, we will have a small party. That sounds great. Can we bring food to share? Please bring some snacks or drinks. I will bring some cookies. I can bring sandwiches. I will bring juice. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you all next week. At the party, everyone is happy. Noor says, I'm happy, glad to be here with all of you. Bilal says, me too. It has been a good experience. Reem says, I have learned a lot and made new friends. The leader says, you all have done a great job. Keep practicing English every day. Noor says, thank you for your help and support. The leader says, you're welcome. I am proud of all of you. You can practice these sentences. I am glad to be here with all of you. Me too. It has been a good experience. I have learned a lot. I have made new friends. You have done a great job. Keep practicing English every day. Thank you for your help and support. You're welcome. I am proud of all of you. Now, let's imagine Noor is at a shopping mall. She wants to buy a new pair of shoes. She enters a shop and says, hello, can you help me please? The shop assistant says, of course. What are you looking for? Noor says, I'm looking for a pair of running shoes. The assistant says, what size do you wear? Noor says, I wear size 7. The assistant says, here are some options. Noor says, I like this pair. Can I try them on? The assistant says, yes, here you go. Noor tries the shoes and says, they fit well. How much are they? The assistant says, they are $50. Noor says, I will take them. The assistant says, would you like to pay by cash or card? Noor says, I will pay by card. The assistant says, thank you for shopping with us. Have a nice day. Noor says, thank you. You too. You can practice these sentences. Can you help me please? What are you looking for? I am looking for a pair of running shoes. What size do you wear? I wear size 7. Here are some options. I like this pair. Can I try them on? They fit well. How much are they? I will take them. Would you like to pay by cash or card? I will pay by card. Thank you for shopping with us. Have a nice day. Another day, Noor has to go to the doctor. She says, "Hello, doctor. I have an appointment." The doctor says, "Please have a seat. What seems to be the problem?" Noor says, "I have a headache and a sore throat." The doctor says, "How long have you had these symptoms?" Noor says, "For about 3 days." The doctor says, "Do you have a fever?" Noor says, "Yes, a little." The doctor says, "I will check your temperature. You have a mild fever. I will give you some medicine. Please take it twice a day and get plenty of rest." Noor says, "Thank you, doctor." The doctor says, "You're welcome. Get well soon." You can practice these sentences. I have an appointment. Please, have a seat. What seems to be the problem? I have a headache and a sore throat. How long have you had these symptoms? For about 3 days. Do you have a fever? Yes, a little. I will check your temperature. You have a mild fever. I will give you some medicine. Please take it twice a day. Get plenty of rest. Thank you, doctor. Get well soon. 1 month later, Noor decides to travel to another city for a short vacation. She goes to the train station to buy a ticket. At the ticket counter, she says, "Good morning. I would like to buy a ticket to Riverdale." The clerk says, "One way or return?" Noor says, "Return, please." The clerk says, "When would you like to travel?" Noor says, "I would like to leave tomorrow morning and return on Sunday evening." The clerk says, "That will be $40. Noor says, "Here is my card." The clerk processes the payment and says, "Here is your ticket. Have a nice trip." Noor says, "Thank you very much." You can practice these sentences. I would like to buy a ticket. One way or return? Return, please. When would you like to travel? I would like to leave tomorrow morning. I would like to return on Sunday evening. That will be $40. Here is my card. Here is your ticket. Have a nice trip. On the train, Noor meets another traveler named Reem. Noor says, "Hello, is this seat free?" Reem says, "Yes, please have a seat." Noor says, "Thank you. Are you going to Riverdale too?" Reem says, "Yes, I am going to visit my family." Noor says, "That's nice. I'm going for a short holiday." Reem says, "I hope you enjoy your trip." Noor says, "Thank you. Do you live in Riverdale?" Reem says, "No, I live in another city, but I visit Riverdale often." Noor says, "That sounds lovely." Reem says, "Yes, it is a beautiful place." You can practice these sentences. Is this seat free? Please, have a seat. Are you going to Riverdale too? That's nice. I'm going for a holiday. I hope you enjoy your trip. Do you live in Riverdale? I visit Riverdale often. That sounds lovely. It is a beautiful place. When Noor reaches Riverdale, she checks into a hotel. At the reception desk, she says, "Hello, I have a reservation." The receptionist says, "Can I have your name, please?" Noor says, My name is Noor Khan. The receptionist says, "Yes, we have your booking. Here is your room key. Your room number is 203 on the second floor. Breakfast is served from 7 to 10 in the morning." Noor says, "Thank you. What time is checkout?" The receptionist says, "Checkout is at 12 noon. Noor says, "Thank you very much." The receptionist says, "Enjoy your stay." Noor says, "Thank you." You can practice these sentences. I have a reservation. Can I have your name, please? My name is Noor Khan. Here is your room key. Your room number is 203. Breakfast is served from 7 to 10. What time is checkout? Checkout is at 12 noon. Enjoy your stay. The next day, Noor visits a famous museum. At the entrance, she says, "Hello. How much is the ticket?" The staff says it is $10 for adults and $5 for children. Noor says, "One adult ticket, please." The staff says, "Here is your ticket." The museum opens at 9 and closes at 6. Please do not take photos inside the museum. Noor says, "I understand. Thank you." She walks around the museum and sees many interesting things. After her visit, she goes to a cafe nearby. She says, "Hello, can I see the menu, please?" The waiter says, "Of course. Here is the menu." Noor says, "Thank you." You can practice these sentences. How much is the ticket? One adult ticket, please. Here is your ticket. The museum opens at 9. Please do not take photos. Can I see the menu, please? I would like a coffee and a sandwich. Would you like anything else? No, thank you. That's all. It will be ready in a few minutes. After returning from her trip, Noor feels happy because she used English confidently during her travels. She calls her friend Omar and says, "Hello, Omar. I just came back from Riverdale." Omar says, "Oh, nice. It was wonderful. I visited a museum, walked around the city, and tried new food." Noor says. Omar responds, "That sounds amazing. Did you speak English there?" Noor replies, "Yes, I spoke English everywhere. It was a good practice." Omar says, "I'm happy to hear that." Noor then suggests, "We should travel together next time." Omar agrees. "That's a great idea. Let's plan something soon." You can practice these sentences. I just came back from Riverdale. How was your trip? It was wonderful. I visited a museum. I walked around the city. I tried new food. That sounds amazing. Did you speak English there? I spoke English everywhere. We should travel together next time. Let's plan something soon. Several months later, Noor applies for a new job and goes for an interview. The interviewer says, "Good morning, Noor. Please have a seat." Noor responds, "Good morning. Thank you." The interviewer asks, "Can you tell me about yourself?" Noor explains, "Yes, I recently graduated from university, and I am looking for a job in marketing." The interviewer asks, "Why do you want to work with us?" Noor says, "I'm interested in your company because it has a good reputation, and I want to be part of a strong team." The interviewer asks, "Do you have any experience?" Noor replies, "Yes, I did an internship last year where I worked on marketing campaigns." The interviewer then asks, "What are your strengths?" Noor states, "I am hardworking, creative, and a good communicator. The interviewer concludes with, "Do you have any questions for us?" Noor asks, "Yes. Can you tell me more about the training program?" The interviewer clarifies, "We offer a full training program for new employees." Noor responds, "That sounds great. Thank you." The interviewer says, "Thank you for coming today. We will contact you soon." Noor replies, "Thank you very much. Have a nice day." You can practice these sentences. Can you tell me about yourself? Why do you want to work with us? Do you have any experience? I did an internship last year. What are your strengths? I'm hardworking and creative. Do you have any questions? Can you tell me about the training program? That sounds great. Thank you for coming today. After a week, Noor receives a phone call. The person on the phone says, "Hello, Noor. This is Reem from Bright Marketing Company. We are pleased to offer you the job." Noor expresses her happiness. "Thank you so much. I am very happy." Reem continues, "We will send you the contract and details by email." Noor replies, "I look forward to receiving it." Reem says, "Congratulations and welcome to the team." Noor responds, "Thank you again. You can practice these sentences. We are pleased to offer you the job. Thank you so much. I am very happy. We will send you the contract. I look forward to receiving it. Congratulations and welcome to the team. Thank you again. These daily life conversations are excellent for improving English from beginner to advanced levels. They include useful phrases, questions, and answers common in real life. When you practice such dialogues, you improve your listening, speaking, and understanding. You also gain confidence to use English naturally in different situations. A few weeks later, Noor starts her new job. On her first day, she arrives at the office and meets her manager. The manager says, "Good morning, Noor. Welcome to the team." Noor responds, "Good morning. Thank you very much." The manager then offers, "Let me show you around the office." Noor replies, "That would be great." The manager shows her around. "Here is your desk. This is the meeting room. The kitchen is over there. If you need, let me show you around. Here is your desk. This is the meeting room. If you need anything, just ask. Thank you for the tour. We have a team meeting. Please join us. My name is Noor. I'm excited to work with you. We are happy to have you here." After the meeting, Noor starts working on her first project. Her colleague Bilal approaches her. "Hello, Noor. If you have any questions about the project, feel free to ask me." Noor appreciates his kindness. "Thank you, Bilal. That is very kind." After an hour, Noor asks Bilal, "Bilal, can you help me understand this part of the report?" Bilal readily agrees. "Sure, let me explain it to you." Noor understands and thanks him. "That makes sense now. Thank you for your help." Bilal responds, "No problem, anytime. You can practice these sentences. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. That is very kind. Can you help me understand this part? Let me explain it to you. That makes sense now. Thank you for your help. No problem, anytime." At lunchtime, Noor goes to the office kitchen. She meets another colleague named Reem. Reem asks, "Hi, Noor. Would you like to join us for lunch?" Noor replies, "Yes, I would love to." Reem suggests, "We usually go to the cafe nearby." Noor agrees, "That sounds nice. Let's go at the cafe." Reem asks her food preference. "What would you like to eat?" Noor decides, "I think I will have a salad and juice." Reem comments, "Good choice. The food here is tasty." Noor observes, "I can see that." After lunch, Noor thanks Reem. "Thank you for inviting me." Reem responds, "You are welcome. Let's do it again sometime." Noor says, "Definitely. You can practice these sentences. Would you like to join us for lunch?" "I would love to. We usually go to the cafe nearby." "That sounds nice. Let's go. What would you like to eat?" "I think I will have a salad." "Good choice. The food here is tasty. Thank you for inviting me. Let's do it again sometime." After some time at work, Noor attends her first business meeting with clients. Her manager tells her, "Noor, please join me in the meeting room." Noor confirms, "Sure, I am ready." In the meeting room, the client greets her, "Good afternoon. It is nice to meet you." Noor responds, "Good afternoon. It is nice to meet you too." The manager explains, "Today we will discuss our marketing plan." The client agrees, "That sounds good." The manager presents the project and then asks Noor, "Noor, would you like to share your ideas?" Noor confidently replies, "Yes, I have some suggestions that can help improve the campaign." She explains her ideas clearly. The client praises her. "Those are excellent ideas." Noor simply says, "Thank you." The meeting ends with a handshake. The client says, "Thank you for your time." Noor responds, "It was a pleasure meeting you. You can practice these sentences. Please join me in the meeting room. It is nice to meet you. Today we will discuss the plan. Would you like to share your ideas? I have some suggestions." "Those are excellent ideas. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you." After the meeting, Noor's manager compliments her. "Great job, Noor. Your ideas were very helpful." Noor expresses her satisfaction. "Thank you. I enjoyed working on the project." The manager encourages her. "Keep up the good work." Noor affirms, "I will." You can practice these sentences. "Great job. Your ideas were very helpful. I enjoyed working on the project. Keep up the good work. I will." A few months later, Noor is invited to a friend's wedding. She goes shopping to buy a gift. At the store, she says, "Hello, I am looking for a wedding gift." The shop assistant asks, "We have many options here. Do you have anything specific in mind?" Noor replies, "I am not sure. Can you suggest something?" The shop assistant offers suggestions. "How about a beautiful photo frame or a set of wine glasses?" Noor decides, "The photo frame looks nice. I will take it." The shop assistant asks, "Would you like it gift-wrapped?" Noor replies, "Yes, please." The shop assistant hands it to her. "Here you go." Noor says, "Thank you very much." You can practice these sentences. I am looking for a wedding gift. Do you have anything specific in mind? Can you suggest something? The photo frame looks nice. I will take it. Would you like it gift-wrapped? Yes, please. Here you go. Thank you very much. On the day of the wedding, Noor arrives at the venue. She sees her friend and says, "Congratulations on your wedding. You look beautiful." Her friend replies, "Thank you so much, Noor. I am glad you could come." Noor says, "I wouldn't miss it. I have a gift for you." Her friend responds, "That's very kind of you. Thank you." Later, during the party, Noor meets other guests and introduces herself. "Hello, I am Noor, a friend of the bride." The guests say, "Nice to meet you, Noor. We are friends of the groom." Noor replies, "It is nice to meet you too." You can practice these sentences. Congratulations on your wedding. You look beautiful. I'm glad you could come. I wouldn't miss it. I have a gift for you. That's very kind of you. Hello, I am a friend of the bride. Nice to meet you. It is nice to meet you too. Using English in different social situations helps you learn how to communicate naturally, from the workplace to social events. Practicing dialogues builds confidence and improves vocabulary. If you repeat sentences, listen carefully, and try to speak clearly, your English will become fluent over time. The next day, Noor decides to travel to a nearby city for the weekend. She goes to the train station and asks for a ticket. She says, "Hello, I would like a ticket to Riverdale, please." The clerk asks, "Would you like a one-way ticket or a return ticket?" Noor replies, "A return ticket, please." The clerk asks, "What time would you like to travel?" Noor states, "I would like to take the 10 o'clock train." The clerk hands her the ticket. "Here is your ticket. A train leaves from platform 3. Noor says, "Thank you very much." You can practice these sentences. I would like a ticket to Riverdale. Would you like a one-way or return ticket? A return ticket, please. What time would you like to travel? I would like the 10 o'clock train. Here is your ticket. The train leaves from platform 3. Thank you very much. When Noor arrives in Riverdale, she checks into a hotel. At the reception desk, she says, "Hello, I have a reservation under the name Noor Ali." The receptionist greets her. "Welcome, Miss Ali. May I see your ID, please?" Noor provides her ID. "Here you go." The receptionist says, "Thank you. Your room number is 405. Here is your room key. Breakfast is served from 7 to 10 in the morning." Noor thanks her. "Thank you for the information." The receptionist says, "Enjoy your stay." Noor responds, "Thank you." You can practice these sentences. I have a reservation under the name Noor Ali. May I see your ID, please? Here you go. Your room number is 405. Here is your room key. Breakfast is served from 7 to 10. Thank you for the information. Enjoy your stay. Thank you. During her trip, Noor visits a museum. At the entrance, she says, "Hello, I would like one ticket, please." The staff asks, "Would you like an audio guide?" Noor replies, "Yes, please, that would be helpful." The staff provides them. Here is your ticket and audio guide. The exhibition is on the second floor. Noor says, "Thank you." While walking through the museum, she listens to the guide and learns about the history of the place. After finishing, she says, "That was very interesting." You can practice these sentences. I would like one ticket, please. Would you like an audio guide? Yes, please. Here is your ticket and guide. The exhibition is on the second floor. Thank you. That was very interesting. In the evening, Noor goes to a restaurant for dinner. The waiter asks, "Good evening. Do you have a reservation?" Noor replies, "No, I do not. Is there a table available for one?" The waiter confirms, "Yes, please follow me. Here is your table." Noor says, "Thank you." The waiter gives her the menu and asks, "Can I get you something to drink?" Noor requests, "I will have a glass of water, please." After a few minutes, the waiter returns and asks, "Are you ready to order?" Noor replies, "Yes. I will have the grilled chicken and a side salad." The waiter confirms, "Very good. I will bring your food shortly." After finishing her meal, Noor asks, "Can I have the bill, please?" The waiter replies, "Of course. Here you go." Noor pays and comments, "Thank you. The food was delicious." The waiter says, "Thank you. Have a good evening." Noor responds, "You too." You can practice these sentences. Do you have a reservation? Is there a table available for one? Please follow me. Here is your table. Can I get you something to drink? I will have a glass of water. Are you ready to order? I will have the grilled chicken. Can I have the bill, please? The food was delicious. Have a good evening. When Noor returns home from her trip, she talks to her neighbor, Mr. Omar. Mr. Omar asks, "Hello, Noor. How was your trip?" Noor replies, "It was wonderful. I visited Riverdale and stayed there for the weekend." Mr. Omar says, "That sounds nice. Did you enjoy it?" Noor confirms, "Yes, I visited a museum and tried delicious food at a local restaurant." Mr. Omar says, "I am glad you had a good time." Noor replies, "Thank you." You can practice these sentences. How was your trip? It was wonderful. I visited Riverdale. That sounds nice. Did you enjoy it? I visited a museum. I tried delicious food. I'm glad you had a good time. Thank you. Over time, Noor continues to improve her English. She watches movies in English with subtitles, listens to podcasts, and reads books. She also joins a language exchange club where she meets people from different countries and practices conversations every week. One day during the club meeting, she introduces herself. "Hello, everyone. I am Noor. I am here to improve my English and meet new people." Another member welcomes her. "Welcome, Noor. We are happy to have you here. What do you like to do in your free time?" Noor replies, "I enjoy reading books, traveling, and cooking." The member remarks, "That is great. Maybe you can share a recipe with us one day." Noor says, "I would love to." You can practice these sentences. I am here to improve my English. I am here to meet new people. We are happy to have you here. What do you like to do in your free time? I enjoy reading books. I enjoy traveling. I enjoy cooking. Maybe you can share a recipe. I would love to. As Noor's confidence grows, she starts helping new members of the club. One evening, she says to a new member, "Hello, I am Noor. If you need any help, feel free to ask me." The new member replies, "Thank you, Noor. That is very kind." Noor responds, "You are welcome. We can practice together." The new member says, "That sounds good." You can practice these sentences. If you need any help, feel free to ask me. That is very kind. You are welcome. We can practice together. That sounds good. Noor realizes that consistent practice and communication with others has helped her improve her English from beginner to advanced level. She smiles and thinks, I have come a long way. English is not just a language. It is a bridge to connect with people and opportunities around the world. You can practice saying, I have come a long way. English is a bridge to connect with people. English brings opportunities. As you practice with me today, remember that learning a language takes time, patience, and regular effort. Start with simple sentences. Repeat them often, and slowly increase your vocabulary and sentence length. Practice with people around you. Watch English content. Listen to English conversations, and speak without fear of mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning, and with every mistake, you improve. Believe in yourself and keep practicing. You will speak English fluently with confidence. One afternoon, Noor gets a phone call from her friend Ali. Ali says, Hello, Noor. How are you? Noor replies, Hi, Ali. I'm doing well, thank you. How about you? Ali says, I am good. I wanted to ask if you are free this weekend. A group of us is going hiking on Saturday. Would you like to join us? Noor says, That sounds like fun. What time are you meeting? Ali specifies, We will meet at 8 a.m. at the city park entrance. Noor accepts. Perfect. I will be there. Thank you for inviting me. Ali says, You are welcome. See you on Saturday. Noor replies, See you then. You can practice these sentences. How are you? I am doing well, thank you. How about you? Are you free this weekend? Would you like to join us? That sounds like fun. What time are you meeting? Perfect. I will be there. Thank you for inviting me. See you then on Saturday. Noor arrives at the park. She sees her friends and says, Good morning, everyone. I am happy to see you all. Ali welcomes her. Good morning, Noor. Glad you made it. Are you ready for the hike? Noor expresses enthusiasm. Yes, I am excited. They start walking and enjoy the fresh air and beautiful scenery. As they hike, Noor talks to her friend Reem. Reem asks, How often do you go hiking? Noor replies, Not very often, but I enjoy it. Reem comments, It is a great way to relax and exercise. Noor agrees, I agree. You can practice these sentences. Good morning, everyone. I am happy to see you. Glad you made it. Are you ready? I am excited. How often do you go hiking? Not very often. I enjoy it. It is a great way to relax. I agree. Later, the group stops to rest and have snacks. Noor offers an apple to Reem. Would you like an apple? Reem accepts. Yes, please. Thank you. Noor hands it to her. Here you go. Reem remarks, It is very sweet. Noor explains, I got them from the farmer's market yesterday. They are fresh. Reem confirms, I can tell. You can practice these sentences. Would you like an apple? Yes, please. Thank you. Here you go. It is very sweet. I got them from the market. They are fresh. I can tell. After the hike, they all sit down and talk about their day. Ali says, That was a great hike. Thank you everyone for coming. Noor expresses her appreciation. Thank you for organizing it. I had a wonderful time. Reem echoes her sentiment. Me too. Let's do it again soon. Ali agrees. Definitely. Noor looks forward to it. I look forward to it. You can practice these sentences. That was a great hike. Thank you for coming. Thank you for organizing it. I had a wonderful time. Me too. Let's do it again soon. Definitely. I look forward to it. In the following weeks, Noor continues her routine of practicing English every day. In the morning, she reads news articles. In the afternoon, she listens to English songs and podcasts. In the evening, she speaks with her language exchange friends. She notices that her understanding, speaking, and listening skills are improving steadily. One day during a conversation, her friend Omar says, "Noor, your English has improved a lot. You speak very clearly and confidently now." Noor replies, "Thank you, Omar. I have been practicing every day, and it is helping me a lot." Omar encourages her, "Keep it up. You can practice these sentences. Your English has improved a lot. You speak clearly. You speak confidently. Thank you. I have been practicing every day. It is helping me a lot. Keep it up." Later, Noor decides to take a part-time job at a local bookstore. During the interview, the manager says, "Tell me about yourself." Noor introduces herself. "My name is Noor Ali. I recently moved to the city, and I love books. I enjoy helping people, and I'm excited about this opportunity." The manager asks, "Do you have experience working in a bookstore?" Noor replies, "No, but I have worked in a library before, and I'm a fast learner." The manager says, "That is great. We will be happy to have you on the team." Noor thanks him. "Thank you. You can practice these sentences. Tell me about yourself." "My name is Noor Ali. I recently moved to the city. I love books. I enjoy helping people. I am excited about this opportunity. Do you have experience?" "No, but I'm a fast learner. We will be happy to have you. Thank you." As Noor starts working at the bookstore, she interacts with many customers. One customer asks, "Excuse me, can you help me find a book?" Noor replies, "Of course. What book are you looking for?" The customer specifies, "I'm looking for a mystery novel by Agatha Christie." Noor checks. "Let me check. Yes, we have several of her books in aisle 3. I can show you." The customer says, "Thank you very much." Noor responds, "You are welcome. Please follow me." You can practice these sentences. Can you help me find a book? What book are you looking for? Let me check. We have several books. I can show you. Thank you very much. You are welcome. Please follow me. Over time, Noor becomes more comfortable speaking English at work, with friends, and in everyday life. She reflects on her journey and thinks, "When I started learning English, I was nervous and unsure. But step by step, with daily practice and small conversations, I have built my skills and confidence." She smiles and says, "Learning English has opened many doors for me." As you continue learning with me today, remember that you are also on a journey just like Noor. Every small conversation, every new word, and every sentence you practice is helping you move from one level to the next, from beginner to advanced. Do not worry about mistakes. They are signs that you are learning and growing. Be patient with yourself. Practice every day and speak with confidence. Keep practicing these everyday conversations, and soon you will see great improvement in your English speaking and understanding. These simple stories and conversations are very useful to help you practice English speaking from level 1 to 7. The key is to listen carefully, repeat the sentences, and use them in your daily conversations. When you practice with short and simple stories like these, you will learn common vocabulary, sentence structure, and everyday expressions. As you continue, you will be able to build longer sentences and express yourself with more confidence. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope this long practice session helped you feel more confident and comfortable in your English learning journey. Remember, progress comes step by step, and every moment you spend practicing makes a difference. If you found this video helpful, make sure to keep practicing daily with the examples we shared. You can replay this video as many times as you like to strengthen your speaking and understanding skills. My name is Noor, and I will be here again with more useful and practical English learning videos for you. Stay motivated, keep learning, and take care of yourself. See you in the next video.